Oh, jeez. Oh, spiderweb. Ugh. What it do, dudes? This is Great White making it happen again today with some more Portal Lights. Hope you guys are having an excellent day. I am having a crazy day. We've done so much. Just so much. You guys wouldn't even believe how much we've done. It's insane. It's just insane. Check this out. So I've been working on this cave a little bit. Not a whole lot. We've been, it's still looking pretty cavey. Really pretty normal cave. But we've been working on, I tried out these little spiderweb things, I thought maybe if we had a whole hallway of these things, it could make it kind of, I don't know, it could be kind of cool. It might be kind of a fun thing to try to do it. So it's just kind of a fun thing I wanted to share with you guys. Just kind of get through those. Now, I've been doing a lot of work on the rogue camp, guys. I've been doing so much work. You're just going to blow your mind, all right? You're just going to be like, what? Great White, you did all that? I'll be like, totally did all that. You'll be like, no, I totally believe you because, you're great and you're the best. I'll be like, oh, you're too kind. Quit it. And we're going to stop this little scenario now. So I kind of, I wanted to keep this this little look open here. Bam! Look at this. Guys, I've done so much. This video, it's going to be too long. I couldn't even, show you everything in one video. But I'm going to do my best to show you everything I've done. So we talked about this a little bit before. This is supposed to be like a rogue encampment, and they're kind of like bandits, sort of, right? So they have some barriers set up when you get there. Like there's gonna be somebody standing guard up here. They're gonna be watching. They're gonna be like, "Huh, who goes there?" And I'll be like, "Oh, it's just me, Great White, here to do a little tour of the place, please." And they'll be like, they'll be like, access denied. I'll be like, no, please let me in. And then they'll just, whatever. We go back and forth for like 20 minutes. But this is kind of what I have going on, guys. You know what? Before I get too into the detail, let's just take a quick look here. Let's just zoom out. Can I zoom my camera out? Okay, it's all zoomed out. Never mind. There we go. Look at that. That's what I got going on. Yeah, look at this craziness. Okay, so there's so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start, guys. Man, I've been working hard. I've been working tirelessly on this. So I've got this side of the mountain all done. So this whole mountain is pretty much made, like the exterior at least. There's still some tunnel stuff to be done, to be dude underneath it. We've got the mountain pass pretty much put together. Well, the mountain pass hasn't been created, but where it's gonna go has been created. We've got these tunnels all put together under here. It's looking pretty crazy. We've got a lot of room to work with, so we're probably gonna be doing a lot more underneath there before we close this off and really wrap it up. But yeah, a lot of opportunity to do some more with the tunnels. I actually haven't even finished the ones we started, like those couple that I had up here. Like this one, for example, we still haven't finished it. We still have to create this. I still have to decide what I'm going to do over here. I'm not sure what this is going to turn into. Still unsure exactly what I'm going to do with some of this stuff, but it's, yeah, it's really coming along, We've really made some progress, and I'm pretty happy with how it's been turning out. Now, this is the fastest way to get back, so bear with me 1 second. We got to get back to the rogue encampment. Traveling around in this build is actually, it takes some time. It's not, it's a big build. It takes a second to get from one spot to another. But, okay, what's going on here? This is not done. This is still a work in progress. I've put a pretty good amount of time, a good amount of work into it today. I've been just kind of, plugging away at it a little bit at a time. Like, this is still under construction. This is the most recent thing I started. This is going to be another jump puzzle. It's kind of like a scaffolding thing. Kind of similar to what we have going on over here, but it'll be different. It won't be quite like that. Oh man, there's so much to look at. I just don't even know where to start. So I guess let's start at the very beginning. So we show up, we have our little, back and forth with the rogue guard, whoever's watching to make sure, nobody's coming in and, isn't welcome or whatever. And once you get past the guard, you kind of follow this path. This is the root of this giant tree underneath the mountain. You follow this route, it kind of leads you over here. You got your little welcome, you call it a welcome sign, I guess. It's just a sign. They're maybe not trying to make you feel too welcome, but it's a sign that says, this is where you are. Maybe it's like a warning sign, like, get back. If you don't know where you are, you're lost, and you better not come here, or else we're going to steal from you. We'll throw you off the mountain or something like that. That's a lot to fit on a sign, but maybe that's what it says. I don't know. I'm not a signologist. Maybe that's what it says. I don't speak Portal Knight. I don't know how that translates. But yeah, so you get here, and then so you have some choices to make here. Obviously, you can go up this little path if you want to. This is a pretty cool little path we got going up to the Pride Rock, where we throw people off if they break the rules and laws and stuff. That we kind of saw that a little bit. I symmetricized it, made it symmetrical a little bit more. Well, not quite 100% symmetrical, but a little bit more than it was because it was really off before. But it's looking much better now. Yeah, looking much better. Not bad at all. Now, if you don't want to go up there, there's going to be more going on up here. It's a little bit boring right now. Eventually, we're going to have some, like, lookout towers up on the top of the mountain and stuff, too. Some, like, like, some posts for, like, you know, kind of like Lord of the Rings style, where they set the barrier on fire to, like, warn people of something. Not quite that exactly, but, you know, there's going to be, like, an outpost on the top of the mountain. That's really what I'm getting at. And then if we're not going up that kind of path there for now, we've got a few places we can go. So we have, I kind of wanted to do something cool with the roots. So like this root for the tree, I have kind of like going into the ground and then coming back out and then back down again a little bit. This one kind of wraps around and turns into a little pond area. We use the what do you call these? These are the pet homes. These are the wooden log pet homes. We got a couple missing that have fallen down into the pond. You guys can kind of see that. So that one fell down there. Got one over here too. Kind of fell in, so yeah, that's kind of a cool way to disguise them. Works out really well. Oh, and I should give some credit where credit's due. A lot of these ideas, a lot of what's happened in this build has come from the help of people that watch me build it on Twitch. So Nicky Ma and Sapphire Daisies are probably two of the biggest like regulars that I have. Like they're there for every stream. So I just want to thank them for being so supportive of the build. Really appreciate it. Also, the Quacker Gaming's been hanging out a lot too with us while we're building. So big thanks to those guys for helping me make this as good as it can be. Now, kind of looking at the roots, we have one more root over here in this corner, and this one's nothing too special. It just kind of is like a little path leading up to this ladder type thing we have going on, this little staircase, a hanging staircase. Now, one of the biggest features of this build that we have going on that you'll notice is these rope type things. So I use the flying crystal fragment thing. Flying wonder crystal fragment. So I've been using those. If you stack them, they look like kind of like rope. And in this instance specifically, I like them because they look like vines. So you kind of got this vine feel going on, which really helps with this like jungle tree like life thing that we're going for with the rogue build. So I think it's turned out really well. It kind of looks like they're all just like grown off of the tree. I think it's just kind of nice. Now, these branches, they're all super long and they connect in a bunch of different places. So the way I decided I wanted to do this build is I didn't want it to be super structured. I didn't want it to be super structured so that you had to follow like a certain path. Like the theme of this whole entire, like this grand scheme of this whole build, like everything, is that you shouldn't feel structured. You can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. There may be some restrictions here and there just to make it, you know, a little bit more interesting. But for the most part, I don't want you to feel like you have to go any specific direction. And this really kind of encompasses that feeling with this build that we're doing with the tree inside the mountain. Because there are more paths here than you could possibly, like, I don't want to say more than you could take. Like, you can certainly take every path, but there are certainly a lot of them. You can go up these branches. Like, every branch is kind of connected a little bit. I put some hanging, like right here. Here's another hanging bridge, like, up off the ground. I think that's a pretty cool effect. Like, it leads you over here to these. These are, okay, oh, there's so much to talk about. I gotta be, like, all crazy and all over the place, and because I can't focus on one thing because there's so much to tell you guys about. Up here, like, I added this little cliff edge to the build, and up here, this is kind of like our sleeping quarters for the rogues. Like, a lot of them, like, you know, they're not super rich people. Like, they don't live a luxurious lifestyle, and they live in these, like, little, I don't know what you'd even call them, like, these little bunker things. You know, they're just little, like, apartment compartment things. Apartment, I think, is probably more appropriate to say. And then we've got, like, on the second floor to these, you can either take this little, this tree branch. You can follow this up if you want to. You can, like, take this up here and then jump over here. Or if you want to, I added an actual staircase over here. So you can climb up this staircase, and now you're on the second floor. So yeah, just like options. It may seem silly that there's like two ways to get up. Like, you know, you could take this tree branch, or you could take that stair. But I just wanted it to, like, you know, there's just so many different ways you could go if you wanted to go somewhere. Like, you have lots of choices to make, and that's really what I'm trying to do, is give you as many choices as possible. And then I tried to make these look really, like, you know, really like low quality, like, you know, they're just the bare minimum. Like, they just sleep here. This isn't like someone's bedroom. This is just a place where someone's bed is. This is where they go to sleep, and then when they're up, they're like out doing stuff. There's also this bridge leading here that we just came across. So like a lot of choices for how you can get here. Now there's a third floor, another set of another staircase going up here. I haven't done much up here yet. Still under construction. Still figuring out what exactly I'm gonna do. But from that third floor, we don't have any other like paths leading here. Eventually we'll have some more stuff. Like we'll probably do something from this branch, maybe try and get like a ladder system or something going up there. But from here, say you want to come back to the tree, right? So we were just over here. Sorry, I'm trying not to jerk around so you guys know exactly where we are. So we were back on this bridge, and we're coming back toward the base of the tree. Now, the base of the tree is pretty cool. In fact, I kind of want to show you guys from the ground. So say we want to get back to the ground, we could go there. We could jump over to this thing. Oh, I should tell you about these too. Well, no, we'll get there. We'll get there in a second. Okay, whatever. You're back on the ground, right? So you find your way to the ground. Now, if you come inside the tree, it's hollowed out, right? And we've got all these vines, and we've got all this mess going on up here. So the way I did this is, oh, it's so crazy. It's still not done yet. Obviously, this is still being constructed. But the way this is working is, say you make your way up. Like you go somewhere up in the tree. Okay, so we make our way. What's the easiest way up? Well, really, there's just this staircase and then this branch over here right now. Oh, you could take this branch as well. Where is it? There's another branch that connects somewhere. Yeah, this branch right here. So we'll probably have a path leading over here too where you can get up. But say you come up here, right? So now you're on this this branch. You make your way to the center of the tree. Look at this. So I've got, what I did is I just took at the center of every branch, like this branch here has a little entrance. The two of these actually have one entrance. This one has a little entrance. This branch has a little entrance. This branch has a little entrance. One here. So every branch basically, entrance, 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 like every single one of them, pretty much, most of them. And you go inside these little entrances, and each of them has like a staircase, and it's just a mess of staircases. Like there's no organization, there's no map. You don't know where you're going, you don't know what you're doing. You just follow these staircases. There's little hanging platforms to get you from one side to the other. Of course, you can go around like on the outside too, but like it's just this mess of like, you can try and find your way to the top. You can go up like where you see stairs leading up. Just kind of like make your way around here. We've kind of gotten to one of the top branches now. And then from here, there's a little side step thingy here going to the center. This is where like the boss rogue is going to have his little office. And this is where you like, you know, this is where like the main boss would be, where you go get your quest, or you'd have to go kill him or whatever. Like whatever it is, this is where it would be. And I was still messing around with potentially putting some branches in up here. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to do this exactly yet, but yeah. So it's just really twisty and windy, and like, here's another case, like a staircase. You know, you can like take these stairs down and they lead over here to this branch. You can take this branch to the center again. From this branch, you can go down here to this branch if you wanted to. What does this one have? I don't even know anymore. Oh yeah, I added these ladders. They're not very effective. You can't really use them, but there are ladders just for looks. They're not, you couldn't really use them realistically. Like you'd have to land on it, right? And then you'd have to like somehow jump. It doesn't really work out very well. Yeah, not great, not super effective, but they look cool, so I added them. There's like a diagonal ladder here. This one kind of faces not square, but it's sort of diagonally. That's pretty nice. So like just small connections. Now these things, let's look at these really quick. I added a bunch of these things. So these are pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with these. These are just like little mechanisms I created. And a lot of this was help from Nicky Ma. Nicky Ma had a lot of good ideas with this too, but the two of us kind of put this together. This is just like a little pulley system. This is a way for people to get things up into the tree, so or to transport people from one level to another. So like if they're trying to lower down to the ground, they need to get down fast, they could take one of these elevators, or to get to another branch, maybe they could jump over from here or something. But I added this little mechanism thing. I put the rat wheel on top as like a spinny thing that kind of winds up the vine. We added the gold block there as like a part of it, of course, so that's like part of the mechanism. And then we went ahead and added pumps. These are water pumps, and they're sticking into the water pump like actually is hidden inside this block. So it kind of looks like a lever to operate the machine. Obviously, it's not functional. It doesn't actually work, but it's just kind of a fun thing I created with the, you know, the blocks we have, with the decorations we have. So I think those are pretty cool. I added a bunch of them all over the place. We've got one over here. So like if you get here, if a caravan, if they go, say they're like they're on like the watchtower area place out here, right? So they're kind of like watching the mountain pass, and they're like, oh, waiting for a caravan. Maybe there's a big city over here or something, and they're watching a caravan come through the mountain pass and trying to deliver some goods to the city. They could like go and hijack the caravan and take all the goods, and then they could take the caravan into the little fort, like the little rogue encampment thing. And once they get the caravan here, they take it over, and then they like park it here, and then load it up, and then lift it up, and then it's like up into this area. I don't know. It's like up in this area. They can get it out here if they need to. Maybe there'll be some shops out here or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how we'll do it just yet, but I don't know. I just thought that's kind of what I imagine. It's like a loading station if they get like a caravan in. So pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I wanted it to be just a mess. I wanted this whole build to be a mess, and it's not done quite yet. There's still a lot of empty space, like these walls back here have like nothing on them. We'll definitely be adding stuff for sure. The tree still needs a little bit of love. It's still kind of square, so we're gonna try and round it up, make it look a little bit more interesting, make it a little less vanilla. But we'll probably have like a shop down here in the bottom of the tree, I'm thinking. Yeah, like a little shop space or something like that. Probably some more stairs leading up and things like that too. Maybe this will be more like a little market, so there'll be like a bunch of stalls along the edge. Maybe that's how we'll do it. I'm not totally sure how we'll do that just yet, but yeah, it's definitely a work in progress. So really cool stuff. It's been a lot of fun to work on. I've been putting a pretty good amount of time into it, going into a lot of detail here, and you're probably like, great, away, why are you going into so much detail here? There's still much mountain to build. Well, it's a long-term project. You know, we're looking at the long game here. Yeah, we're going into a lot of detail, but I'm in no hurry. We're going to be working on this on Twitch. If you guys want to watch this get built, I don't know if you've seen my other videos. I'm doing this on Twitch. Usually it's like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday between 8 and like 10 p.m. Central Time that I'm working on this on Twitch. So if you guys ever feel like coming and hanging out and checking out the building process, definitely do that. I'd be happy to have you. It's a pretty fun environment. Everybody's really nice, and it's just a good time hanging out and working on this build. And I'll definitely take your input if you have suggestions to make it better. I'm happy to hear you out. It's kind of a group project kind of thing. I've been having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, other than that, though, I also wanted to ask you guys a question. So as far as like names are concerned, do you guys have any ideas? So I had the idea we'll have like a rogue faction, we'll have a mage faction, and we'll have like a warrior faction, like 3 different factions for each of the classes in this whole build, like in the whole mountain area, like build. We need names for them. So do you guys, this is kind of our first faction, I would say. Do you guys have any suggestions for what the name of this faction should be? Like, what should we call it? What should they be known as? So just keep in mind they're kind of a rogue faction, kind of inspired by like the Lost Boys from like Peter Pan kind of thing. You know, Robin Hood types, where they're like, you know, they're not good guys, but they're not bad guys. They're just like, you know, they're rogues. They're you know, they do their own things. So any suggestions for cool names, I would be happy to take them. Take them into consideration. Maybe we'll use them. I'm thinking about creating like some story, some lore behind this whole build. Maybe doing some fun videos, like you know, you guys know the kind of videos I like to do with like the storytelling. So might do a little bit of that with this build. And I need a name that would inspire some story. So let me know what you guys think. If you have any cool suggestions, I would be happy to hear them. But yeah, outside of that, if you guys are digging this, oh yeah, I had one last question for you too. So give me a good name for this. Also, we discussed this before on Twitch, but I wanted to ask you guys on YouTube, for those of you who don't really spend a lot of time hanging out with my Twitch, what do you think about, I was thinking about recording my streams. So when I do a stream for like 2, 3, 4 hours, I was thinking about recording it and then uploading it for you guys. Would you guys be interested in seeing the streams, or is that just like, nah, I show up for like the quick video here and there, and I'm not going to invest like a bunch of time? Would it be, because it's going to take a lot of like, I mean, it's going to take an amount of more work for me to actually upload those. I think is the sentence I was trying to say there. So if that's something you guys would actually be interested in, I'll do it. But you know, I'm gonna spend more time on the build than like trying to get that uploaded for you guys, if that's not something you're interested in. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about the names. And also, if you like these updates about this build we're doing, make sure you like this video so that I know it's going to be received well. You know, if you guys want to see more of these, make sure you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're seeing this and you're like, oh wow, I'd like to get this, I'd like to see how this build turns out, because I'm a YouTube watcher, but I don't like to subscribe to people. Hey, well, I would appreciate it if you made an exception for me and you did subscribe, because it makes me very, very excited and like happy when I, open up the YouTube browser and I see, oh, we got more subscribers. That's super exciting. Really makes my day. So, hey, if you guys feel like subscribing, that'd be super awesome. Also, make sure you share this if you know anybody that might be interested too. That'd be super cool as well. But I appreciate you guys. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope you guys just have the best kind of day. See you later, dudes.